Hi guys, and welcome to another Tech Saturday with just Eric. We should call this like Tech Saturday Quarantine Edition. What do you think? Anywho, today we got an exciting video coming up for you. I might have mentioned it in a previous one, but you'll just have to stick around till after that intro to find out what it is. Alright, let's jump into it. Roll that intro. Alright guys, what'd you think of the new intro? I forgot to ask. Anyway, so today we are going to rack mount all my network equipment. So we get it off the top of my printer. It looks a little bit more neat and organized. So I had to purchase a 6U rack, which is basically just like a six single rack mounted things, say like a UPS or, a single rack mount for your switch or a shelf or something. So that's what we're going to do today. So first things first, since I do have ubiquiti networking equipment, you're not supposed to unplug enterprise network equipment without powering it off correctly. It kind of, could compromise you on your startup again. So I'll jump into screen recording here real fast and I'll show you how to do that. And then we'll get right into I'll show you what I got for the networking stuff. Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to jump into our cloud key. So you see we have our UniFi network, UniFi Protect, and our cloud key. So this is what we need to get into first. We'll go into our cloud key. I already logged in, so that's why it didn't ask me to log in. But you see everything's connected and active. So we need to go to controllers and we need to stop our UniFi network. It takes everything offline from your switch to your security gateway. And your obviously Wi-Fi is now offline. And since I have UniFi Protect, we're going to stop that as well. So we'll click stop. And then to shut this down, we need to go to settings and then hardware. And then there's a power off. We need to power off the G2 Plus cloud key. Are you sure you want to power off your device? Yes, I do. Alright, so you see the device is going offline, so while everything's shutting down over there, let's go jump into what we have today. Alright, so here you see we have everything kind of on the table stacked up. So I kind of went for the not most expensive, highest quality, if you will. I just wanted something simple. I'm not gonna run servers out of this thing or whatever, so I just needed something simple and more importantly under $100. So I chose the tempered glass version. This is a V7 network rack. I got it from Amazon. As you can see, not the highest quality. The door's a little bit misaligned there, but for our use it's okay. You can see kind of got some scuffs here. Yeah, that's okay. It does what we need it to. You can see the rack here, and it has doors on either side. So we got a door there and a door over there, and then it's also grounded to the door. So reduce the ESD chances in here. Also, we have, this is a Cyber Power. It has 4 battery plus surge in the back, and it has 2 just surge protection plugs in the back. This is a 1U, so you can see it's just got the 1U. I already put the mounting hardware on this. It comes with these long brackets. This will be nice to keep everything contained inside the box and not have to run cables outside of the box. Above this, I have something kind of cool. I didn't know this existed, but this is a 3D printed thing for my ubiquiti cloud key and firewall. So they just kind of slide in there. You can see there's a network, it's keyed already. There's a network jack running to the back, so it'll run to the back of the cloud key. It's a 1U rack mount from Print 3D Steve, and we'll link his information down below. It's an Etsy shop. And sitting on top of that, we have another 3D printed bracket. This is just the UniFi switch 8150. So it screws into the side of your switch here, and then obviously it has the rack mounts that go here, and it'll hold, because the switch isn't quite 1U, it's shorter than that, so I wanted it to look neat in there and stand up. So we'll see how that installation goes. And that was by TechSwap, and that's also an Etsy shop, and we will link that information down below as well. One other thing, you can see it sitting here, I just have a shelf to go in. It's a 1U shelf, as you can see. Same height as the battery, but it's got vented holes in so air can pass through the bottom. That's just for, I got a small switch, and I have an internet telephone thing I'm going to put on here. I haven't decided if I'm going to put my modem in here yet, because it's not flat. It's got like a lip on the bottom or something, so I can't exactly lay it flat, and it's not going to stand directly up on this shelf. So one other thing you probably need to have too is make sure you have some Velcro tie downs for your inside your rack. I have odds and ends from different things that I've collected over the years, like hardware wise. So I also got rack studs, and what they are is this clips into your rack. The post will be out like this, and then you'll put this, it's like a locking washer on there. Then all you have to do is screw these little thumb screws on, and I mean, as simple as that. Kind of like a safety feature for your rack, so you can just slide things in without having to worry about finagling, the actual mounting hardware that came with the rack. So that's kind of nice. We'll see how that works. They're rated up to 44 pounds, so you can't really put like double DIN or double U batteries on this, but the 1U battery I have does only weigh like 23 or 24 pounds, so it's all right. It'll be perfect. There is no active cooling in this case. It's basically bare bones, so I think it'll be fine. I don't really have anything pushing a lot of heat, like fans coming out of it, so that should be okay. Eventually we can add fans to the top if we want to. They're just two 120 fans on top of the case, and you have some exhaust, so not doing that probably anytime soon, but eventually maybe. So let's jump into this. Next thing to do is unplug everything and get all this cable mess straightened up. I'll probably won't show you that part because you get how to unplug things, and then we'll jump into installation next. All right, guys, so it was probably about 20 minutes later. Let me show you where we're at. We have our switch mounted with our bracket. I will say the screws on this side, make sure you have a smaller screwdriver because it's tight getting into these ones up here with this bracket. And then we got the cloud key and the USB in here. They look good. I'll let you know how these do. Obviously this hardware gets a little hot, so we'll see how it does with the heat. I also spent a little bit of time finagling all the wires that I needed to get unplugged. So those are coming down from my network stuff. Basically my phone and my computer over here, and then I think the only thing else is I had to switch the network cable out on the gateway or the access point because it wasn't long enough, but it's just Velcroed up there, so it wasn't a big deal. And then I also installed the first set of rack studs just to see how it would go. It was pretty easy. I will say that the little locking washers are a bit challenging to push on there, but I think it'll be okay. So let's go ahead. I think I'm going to start with the battery first. So we'll get that in there. I don't know a good way to show you guys this, so I'll be back in a second. And just like that, we have it installed. The rack studs made it really easy, I will say. Just kind of slid in over the post and then just kind of loosely tighten them down on either side to get it in there. And then we just use the screwdriver to fully tighten them down. I will say don't over tighten these. It is plastic, so you will break the plastic if you do that. But, all right, well, let's move on to the shelf, obviously. Oh, here, let's show you real fast, just putting one in. Sorry for the lighting. It's really dark lighting because it's black case, so it's hard to show this, but so you take the rack stud, you put the little bump out part towards the middle, you just push it in. That's all there is to it. And then The little locking washers go on like this. That basically locks it so it doesn't you can't pull it back out like with the weight of the device. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of these in and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. So as you can see, we got the battery in. We have our UMA in. I actually did get the modem to lay flat thanks to our trusty iFixit kit. There's just a little star screw on the bottom of that, so I took it off. I laid it down behind this switch right here. You can see our cloud key and USG's in, and our top switch is there. I kind of left a space there for any additional hardware, and then here I had to leave a space because UMA, so we could see the light to make sure she's working good. But so that took probably, roughly 15 minutes or something to get everything in with these handy dandy rack studs. Now the fun part comes plugging everything in. So I'm going to plug in what I can inside the case first, and then I'll set it on the shelf down here, and we're going to plug in all that in. Wish me luck, guys. All right, one other thing before I start on the power, just wanted to say that if you get some of these like little extender things, they help with the like oddly shaped power bricks. So you know how plugs are usually lined up right across from each other. This kind of just helps keep it, easier plugged in. You can plug this end in and then let this end dangle. So that's what I'm gonna do inside this tight space. Just wanted to give you that pro tip. I think you can get these on Amazon as well. I think I got like a pack of 10 or 20 for like less than 10 bucks. All right, everybody, we got her up and running. We have our battery down there. We're good to go. You see Uma's happy. We got some switches back there. There's our modem back in the back. It's all fired up. Here's our security gateway. Our cloud keys online. Come up here, kind of see through the wire mess, but there's the switch. So I'll go ahead and wrap this up. We'll jump back online and make sure everything's good with our ubiquiti equipment, but I think we should be good to go. All right, guys, so I hope you like that, watching me struggle through networking. It wasn't that bad. It's just a lot of cable management. And you know how you have the best intentions when you originally install things, but your cables just turn into like a big clumpy mess, like especially power cords. So that took me a little bit of time, and then I had to adjust some cable links to get them to run all the way down into the cabinet. So overall, the cabinet was great to work with. I love the rack studs. The little mounting hardware for the ubiquiti equipment was great. All right, guys, so I hope you liked that video. Hope it was a little bit informative. Maybe you see that a rookie like myself, who's never really done this before, I mean, I've dabbled but not really actually built one myself, a network rack, you can do it yourself. So it was really easy. And all in all, it was probably in real time for me about 2 hours of actual getting cables run and, setting everything up and getting the heavy case down into the rack. But, it worked out good. I really think that everything looks real clean now. I'm real happy with the way it turned out. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here. So remember to do all those YouTube things, like this video, comment below, subscribe to be part of the Ohana. If you'd like to drop us a virtual tip, we have a coffee page. Keith will throw that up here. And we also have Patreon. The links are all down below. And also the links for anything you saw in this video should be down below. I don't think they're Amazon affiliate links, but they're at least Amazon links. I think the one is a B&H photo. So just check them out if you want to pick anything up. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace and love.